Here's another thing I don't get about the gang stalkers, or about people. People will say that the gang stalkers are fake and it's all in my head. And then I say, not even accusing them necessarily. I'll just say something like, you're doing this, this, and this. That's kind of gang stalker-ish. Or even just say, anyone could be a gang stalker, even you maybe. I don't know. And then all of a sudden these people get defensive. And they're like, what? I'm not a gang stalker. They get all defensive and angry about it. When they just told me that gang stalkers don't exist. It's all in my head. So why are you getting defensive and angry about it if they don't exist? That's like me calling you Mickey Mouse. You're like, what? I'm not Mickey Mouse. I'm not a Mickey Mouse. Shut your mouth. I'm not Mickey Mouse. That's literally what it's like. Because you're here telling me that gang stalkers aren't even real. So why are you mad if I think you're one of them? Unless you're one of them. Unless you're upset that I'm exposing something that you don't want to get exposed. Why else would you be mad? And then there's all these people in my family who, I don't know if they're stalkers, but I'm pretty sure because they didn't care about anything I had to say before on these social medias. They didn't care about anything I had to say before at all. Maybe occasionally, And then all of a sudden, they're just obsessed with me. They're just obsessed with everything I gotta say now. After I started exposing the gang stalkers. If they don't exist, then I'm just out there recording random cars. Right? Let's just say that they don't exist. So I'm just out there recording random cars and saying that they're gang stalkers. Alright. What is that hurting anyone? I'm just out walking around with a camera. Which is legal. It's legal to record in public. So anyone can do it. People can come up and record me. I don't care. I don't care. People can record me recording them. I don't care. So I'm just out recording random cars and be like, these are gang stalkers. And that affects you how? That you gotta jump in my comments every 10 minutes and get all angry and defensive? Because according to you, they don't even exist. I'm just making it up, so why? Why are you mad? Why are you mad? You shouldn't have any reason to be mad if it doesn't exist. And then you say, well, I'm mentally ill and you want to help me because I'm mentally ill, blah, blah, blah. My uncle is on here saying this, and I'm mentally ill and he wants to get me help. But then he's driving up behind me in an alleyway, acting like a gang stalker, gang stalking me as a joke. But yet he cares about me. He gang stalks me as a joke and mocks me and all of this, but yet he cares about me. Yeah, that's how you help someone, right? Who's mentally ill. You just feed into their mental illness and mock them and joke around with them. That's how you help them, right? Like, yeah. The mind games are insane. And they just have a blast doing it, it's just so much fun to just try to confuse and mentally manipulate and torment people. That's fun to them. Just to watch you break down or go suicidal or go crazy somehow, or just break down or shut down or freak out or stress out or have a panic attack. This is so much fun to them, Sick. It's really sick. Like, it's really, really sick what these people do. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Do you need a hug? What's wrong with you? What would make you want to do that? Really? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, what is actually wrong with them? Like, really, what is wrong with them? Like, psychotic, bro. It's psychotic. And then they're like, well, why are you so special that the government is following you? Why do you think you're so special? Like, I didn't say I'm special. They think I'm special for some reason. They follow me around everywhere I go. I never said that I'm special. Like, they have an obsession with me for some reason. I don't know what it is. And I'm not the only one. The world doesn't revolve around me. There's a lot of people being targeted. So, I don't know, ask them. Go call the DHS and ask them why I'm so special. You know what they're going to say? Nothing. They're not going to tell you what's really going on. They're not gonna admit to perpetuating a crime against humanity. They're not gonna admit that. So, they're not gonna admit that they're the real terrorists. So, go ahead and ask them, but they're not gonna tell you. So, that's just how it is. Like I literally had a conversation with someone today where he agrees with me. He agrees with me and acknowledges that the CIA and the government have been caught doing experiments on people for years and years and years. They run experiments on people like lab rats. They treat human beings like lab rats. Which I don't even think lab rats should get treated like lab rats, but you get what I'm saying. Like they treat human beings like lab rats and cattle. And, we talked about MK Ultra. We talked about all these experiments that the CIA has done on innocent people, And literally right after this, he says, "Why would they waste all this money and resources on you, though?" And we just talked about this. They do it. They do that. They've done it since the beginning of time. That's what they do. That's their job. That's what they do. They waste resources to fuck with people. That's what they do. And they print money. It doesn't matter the amount of money. They don't care about money. Like, how is it hard to get? Like, I know it sounds crazy. And it's meant to sound crazy. That, I got these cars following me around. I got white SUVs following me around. Like, yeah, that's meant to sound crazy to anybody who doesn't get what's going on. Of course it sounds crazy at first, until you see all the evidence that I'm laying out on video. And then it's like, if you have eyeballs, if you have working eyeballs, you're like, okay, I see a pattern, okay. But until then, yeah, you might sound a little crazy. But that's what they do. They run experiments on people. And they're experimenting on all of us. They're spraying chemtrails on all of us. They're shooting frequencies at us through our TV screens and our cell phones and the 5G towers and everything. All the children's toys have 5G in them now. Like, the whole world is a big science experiment. We're all lab rats to them. It's not rocket surgery. crazy, man, how people just play in your face. And then act like they act like you're a problem. And you're just trying to live your own life and document what's happening in your life. Like, I didn't cause this. There's people stalking me, and I'm just recording them. But yeah, I'm the bad guy because I'm out recording random cars. And now all these people in my family are mad at me because I'm out recording cars, which, what do you care? I'm out recording cars. What do you care? Why does that affect you? That's my life. I'm just out recording cars around me. Like, if I was just out recording cars, just randomly, nobody would care. If I was just recording cars and being like, and just being like, hey, white cars. Look at all the white cars all around me. Nobody would care. But if I'm like, look at all the white cars around me, they're gang stalking me. Then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my God, what? Ah. It's so telling, If you have that reaction, that's just so telling to me.